what's up? Green Machine Sam back with another video. And today we have another episode of Washington Football Rebuild. We're sending Henson, Carter, Randolph to a team for a first-round pick. We're sending a couple other players that we just don't need anymore because of additions in the offseason and the draft to teams. We're just trading away for picks at this point, getting players off the team that we no longer need that have value on other teams. So, Season 10. We're halfway there. Got a lot more to do. Madden has made some upgrades to progression and dev traits and stuff, so it seems to be working a little bit better than how it had been working. If you guys are new here, my name is Green Machine Sam, or GMS, whatever you want to call me. I do Madden content, 2K content, GTA, Rainbow Six Siege. I update rosters a lot, so I do rebuilds, franchise modes, stuff like that. So if you guys enjoy any of this content, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you guys are notified, so that you guys can stick around for more. So we're starting Hawkinson. He's high overall, 93 now. Saquon is slowly hitting that regression wall. Dan Carter at fullback, Greg Toller at backup running back. Luke Boyce, Ryan Hawkins, Steven Streets are our 1, 3, and 5 receivers. And then we have Phillips, Donaldson, and Vernon at the 2, 4, and 6 spot. We still have Pat, Reverend Jordan, and Rucker. 5 Monroe, Joe Shields, Jay Butler, Creed Humphrey, and Quentin Nelson are our starting O-line. On the defensive side of the ball, we drafted Mike Lau. He'll be our new left end. Tyreek Smith still looking good. He hasn't developed because he just didn't get a whole ton of playing time, but him and Ed Oliver will be paired together. Nobles, a guy that we drafted almost 5 years ago, back on the team after a short stint with some other teams. Chase Young, our right end. Beckham, Pollard, Allen at the 1, 3, and 5 spot on our cornerbacks. Jose Ramos, Matson at the 2 and 4. Gordon Davis becoming one of the best safeties in the league. Eric Ash finally developing. And we have some rookies, Brandon Ellerbray, Carl Davis, and we have our stud, Khaleke Hudson, our long-term guy. He has slowly hit the regression wall, and he'll probably be gone after this year, if not this year. I don't remember if I did trade him this year. I think I traded him at the end of next year, or at the end of this year going into next year. Specialist will be basically a development year. We're going to try to get more people involved. We're going to put Pollard in the slot, Lau at his end spot, Steven Street in the slot. Davis and Elbray will be starting sub-linebackers. I know Khaleke Hudson is better, but he's regressing so fast. He's already down to an 85. I have to get other people involved, or he's going to drop to like an 82, 83 by the end of this season. So keep that in mind. I don't always go with the best player available. You sometimes have to take into account development and your future, and that's what I'm doing here. I do sign practice squad players because if one of them turns out to be a beast and somehow plays well for us, then that's always great. So guys that are coming off contract: Curtis, Foster, Rogers, McCollum, Nobles, Beckham, Ramos, Toller, Carter, Amenahue, and Bohan. Gotta bring back Beckham. Gotta bring back Toller. Gotta bring back Ramos. Everybody else, not as big of a deal. I would love to bring back Carter as well since he is the fullback. Steven Streets has a development thing, so I decided to hop in the game. Offense only. Let's just try to get him this development trait. Going to throw him on a slant here. He's going to barely make it into the end zone for his first touchdown of the day. Once I got in the 2 touchdowns, I hopped out of the game. So here you're going to see me throw this little, I'm going to roll out. Nothing really here. Just going to throw it. Boom. He catches. Boom. Touchdown. We got the dev trait. Mike Lau and Brandon Ellerbray each had development trait, game day goals on the next 2 weeks. Mike Lau got it against the Detroit Lions, and then Brandon Ellerbray actually had one. I don't know if I recorded it. He did, and he did get it. So he did get it. I think we just held him to less than 250 total yards. I don't really know. No, he didn't. No, he got it somewhere else. Maybe he got it at the end of the season. I have no clue where he got it. He did get a development trait, though, at sometime. I don't know when, because he just all of a sudden had star. Decided to let the guys have the bye week off. Just get ready. Heal up. Doesn't do a whole ton for a rebuild that doesn't use injuries. At the playoffs, though, we went 11-5. This is definitely a down year compared to most years, but we are still the number 2 slot, so we will have to go up against the Seahawks with this new playoff format. You know, when you think about it, you're like, oh, the new playoffs sound cool, but if you're that second team in your conference, then it's like, oh, that's not as cool. We should have a bye right now. So we ended up starting off 3-1, then dropping to 3-2, and then hopping all the way up to 6-2, and that's what we saw at the bye week. And then we lost 3 at the end, and that's really what killed our momentum there. So, as you see, I didn't play any other games besides the Eagles one. And I don't really call that playing. Like, I played on maybe 2 drives. For the year, Austin Hawkinson, 4,200 yards, 32 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Saquon Barkley, 1,300 yards, 12 touchdowns. Greg Tyler, 369 yards, 8 touchdowns. So, and then Ballard even got in there with 3 touchdowns. So, not a bad year. In total of a 23 touchdown season, that's really not bad for us. Not quite 2,000 yards combined, but hey. Matt Phillips with 1,600 yards, 4 touchdowns. Street with 1,000 yards, 11 touchdowns. Pat with 900 yards, 5 touchdowns. Luke Boyce with 500 yards, 3 touchdowns. So those top 3 guys definitely got involved. Sacks are going to be, as normal. They're going to be let up. Ed Oliver, Tyreek Smith, and Mike Lowell all over 10 tackles for loss. Brandon Ellerbray and Chase Young both over 5. Chase Young with 18 sacks. He finally gets it going. Ed Oliver with 11. Tyreek Smith with 9.5. Michael Lowell with 8. This was a very good front four. They performed very, very good together. You love to see it. When your top 2 guys can put up a combined total of 29 sacks, and then your third guy comes in there, helps you out, helps you get up to 38, and your other guy gets you all the way up to 46 sacks. Just in the front 4 alone, that's insane. Picks, we were off the charts. We had multiple people with 2 or more. Tyreek Smith even got 1. So 2 forced fumbles for Ramos, 1 for Beckham, 1 for Davis, 1 for Gordon, 1 for Young. Only 2 recoveries, 1 for Ellerbray, 1 for, looks like, Young, maybe? I don't know. 1 safety for Ed Oliver, and no touchdowns, no blocks either. So, J.J. Maillard, 51 of 53 for extra points, and 24 of 29 from field goals. He performed well. That's a very good season from him. Steven Street, 1 return touchdown on the year for him, averaging 28.7. He should get the return man of the year. Well, he should be able to go to the Pro Bowl for a return. Austin Hawkinson was at 10 for NFL MVP. He's at 5 for NFC Offensive Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year for NFC. Austin Shelby was actually one of our former guys, and I actually tried to go after the top guy, Parsons, for a while. Steven Street wins Offensive Rookie of the Year. That's great. Because normally when it's a quarterback in there, they're going to win. Brandon Ellerbray, Carl Davis, and Mike Lowell all inside the top 5 for Defensive Rookie of the Year. Great to see. That means we're going to have some real good talent moving forward. We were basically a top 5 team all around in terms of just yards and points and everything. So it was really weird looking at our stats because we're top 3 in offensive yards. Then we're top 10 in pass yards, okay? And then we're top 10 in rush yards. And we're number 1 in points, I'm pretty sure, yeah. And then passing touchdowns, we're top 10 as well. No, not quite, I don't think. I think we were at 11 there. And then rushing touchdowns with 23. So I'm sitting there going, why the fuck are we 11-5? What did our defense do so wrong? And, yeah, we were bottom. We were about mid-tier. I didn't count. But we were the best team against the run. Dude, I'm not even tired and I'm yawning. What the hell is this? Points, we gave up the 3rd fewest. We had the most sacks with 60. We were top 5 in fumbles. And interceptions, we were top 3. So it's just like, how did we do so badly? I have no clue. No clue, to be honest. we didn't end up beating the Seahawks. Just decided to sim it. I'm not going to play these games. We've already won a certain amount of Super Bowls. Just going to sim them. If we get far, I might start hopping in, but other than that, we shouldn't. We do end up beating the 49ers 38-10 there in the second week of the playoffs. Panthers, and then the Jaguars and the Ravens are taking each other on. And Hawkinson actually played really well. Ellery played even better. And we end up winning, and we end up making the Super Bowl, which means none of our guys are going to be on the Pro Bowl list, so I didn't even bother checking. Taking on the Ravens. I'm pretty sure this is our second time playing them, because I'm pretty sure we played them for maybe two Super Bowls now. I think because I know it said they've been to when I checked, it said they had been to 3. I think this was their third, and I think we played them in 2. So Austin Hawkinson just has to have a really, really good game in the Super Bowl to come away with Superstar X Factor. 3,500, 350 yards, 4 touchdowns, 0 picks, win the game. Let's see if we can get it done. I'm not going to try to hop in too much. I might try to hop in on my basis of 9 points or more gets me into the game. Well, 9 points deficit. And just to show you guys that I did not play in any of the postseason games, I went ahead and showed you. I didn't play versus Seahawks, didn't play versus 49ers, didn't play versus Panthers, no force wins. So there's nothing fishy going on. Our team just performed well in the playoffs. So we were down 10 late in the second quarter, so I decided let's just go ahead and play a little bit. I throw to Matt Phillips here. Boom. He's going to catch it in front of the defensive back. Hurry up offense. Get down the field. We only got 24 left. Trying to find somebody. Luke Boyce, and he's going to just turn around, and he's just going to be fast enough to get away from guys there. Call timeout. Let's get moving later. 2nd and 5. Roll out looking. Going to hit street here. Boom. The rookie wide receiver, the offensive rookie of the year. He's going to score his first touchdown in the Super Bowl. Going to throw to Pat here. It was a little quicker than I wanted it to be, but he comes up with the catch anyway. He's going to hold on to it. And then later in the game, the CPU gets us up 31-27 after me tying it, basically. And Lamar Jackson's just going to dance and get down all the way to the 43-yard line. 5 seconds left now after a Hail Mary. After 2 Hail Mary attempts, he's going to be looking for the end zone here again. But he throws it way too early, and Chris Pollard with that 6'3" frame is going to go up and get it. 1 second left. That's game for us. We're going to win. Get out of here with another Super Bowl trophy. Number 4 on the year. Number 4 in 10 years. I think any franchise would be lucky to say 4 in 10 years. Since the coach has taken over. Because you may be saying, well, the Patriots had 4 in 10 years. Yeah, but their 6 came over, what, a 20-year span? I mean, still, that's not bad. It's not bad, especially for the NFL. That's really, really not bad. So, don't let me be like, oh, that's not great. It is great. It is. It's really, really great. But, for this purpose, it's not. So, end up taking down the Ravens once again in the Super Bowl. And the team's developing nicely. And, well, let's just put it this way. Austin Hawkinson is now a Superstar X Factor. Because he had 375 yards, 4 touchdowns on a 73% completion rate. And I had actually checked on Ryan Hawkinson, and I completely forgot that the Giants had Trevor Lawrence. So I'm like, why did they take a quarterback at number 1 overall? Like, Madden, fix your shit. Like, there will be QBs that are first round projected and first round talent graded. That'll fall to like the 3rd round. But then you have a guy that wasn't even, I think he wasn't even the consensus number 1 overall pick. And he went number 1 to a team that already had a quarterback that they weren't going to get rid of. So Hawkinson walks away with Superstar X Factor because Ryan actually had Superstar, but now that the dev trait decrease system has been implemented into Madden, he got decreased. I went ahead and customized Austin Hawkinson a little bit, gave him Gambler so that if I'm playing, then I'm going to do well. Going to give him Quick Draw, Conductor, Fearless, Long Range, Deadeye, and Protected. He's just going to have better help when needed. Retirees. This is a pretty cool thing that Madden did. Granted, this was in the game in Madden 14, well, Madden 25. So, and something that they even did better in Madden 25 is people would come back after a year. Like Peyton Manning and Tom Brady would retire and sometimes come back. I remember one time Julius Peppers was out of the league for like 3 years and then came back when he was 40. So, like, congrats. Isaiah Foster, I wanted to bring it back on a $550K contract. He didn't accept. Dan Carter didn't accept. I basically went through anybody under 26 I tried to give a $550K contract to. Some people signed, some people didn't. Khalil Hudson, gone for a second rounder to the Colts. Don't need him anymore. He's just going to keep progressing. He's going to cost me money. He was costing me about $6 million a year. He had to get out of there. Chris Atkinson, safety. He looked like the best available. We're going to take him at number 32. He's number 15 in the class. 74 overall, zone safety. Yeah, definitely cannot play man, but still. Trey Richards here at pick 28 of the second round. We're going to take him here, number 60. We took him at 60. He's number 26 in the class. He has a hidden dev trait, 21 years old. That's great to see. One of the first offensive linemen I've taken in a while that has a dev trait, so that's pretty cool. Jason Baker here, 6'6", 296, 21 years old, power rusher. We're going to move him into defensive tackle once we get him in the building, number 33 overall. Took him at number 64. So this was a little bit of a, like, can I get him and can he be good? And he does turn out to be good because he was second round graded. Cam Allen here, running back, 30 in the class, took him at 124. He's a power back, 6'1", 222, 22 years old, out of Central Michigan. He looks good as well. Zay Zanborn, another guy that we're going to move into defensive tackle. 6'3", 286, 22 years old, power rusher out of Texas A&M. Number 40 in the class, took him at 128. Another guy that was early second round, and we took a chance on, and it paid off. Tyler Wynn, this guy will replace Dan Carter as the fullback. Dan Carter, I cannot be giving a whole ton of money to, so Tyler Wynn in the 7th will be that guy. Number 24 in the class, took him all the way at the end. What was it, 224? So, not a bad class. If you look at overalls, it's definitely not going to look great. But the fact of the matter is, we took only 3 guys in the second round. We took basically a guy in the early second, and then 2 guys in the late second. It was a very good class for what we got, especially with 3 guys with dev traits. And this was just after Madden had implemented the new dev trait system. Ezekiel Bennett was the guy I wanted. We had the number 5 pick. He went off the board. Arthur O'Neill, another guy that we wanted. He went off the board 1 pick early. There was a couple other guys. There was a right tackle that we wanted, a safety we wanted, and some other stuff. So we had to settle every now and then, but hey, it wasn't terrible. Like this guy, Bill Thurston. He's one of the safeties I wanted. He went off the board before we could pick. I think we picked at pick 26 or 27. He went off the board at pick 24, so couldn't take him. Didn't want Ken Alexander. Did not want him. There was a right tackle, and it was Kevin Edwards. Yeah, wanted him too. He wasn't expected to go until the 4th round, and for some reason went in like the 2nd. So that sucks. It did. He wasn't expected to go, and he went anyway, so we couldn't get him. Now, granted, would he have been really that good since he's a 70? Maybe. That's debatable. Chris Atkinson, number 27, South Carolina. I don't know what to do yet. We can move Gordon Davis down to the slot corner, move Eric Ash over. We can move Chris Adkins down to the slot. Trey Richards, he's going to start right away. He has a dev trait. He looks good. He's young. Get him to start. Get him in there. Jason Baker, 6'6", out of Baylor. Big, strong dude, almost 300 pounds. He's going to move to defensive tackle. Hopefully he can help shore up that spot with the loss of some of our older veterans. Cam Allen, number 24, halfback out of Central Michigan. Hopefully he can take over for Saquon one day. Zay Zanborn, another defensive tackle for us. Hopefully he can play well as well. With that being said, guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all the fun stuff. Turn on post notifications if you guys are new here. If you guys like rebuilds, franchise modes, roster updates, anything of that nature, hit the subscribe button. It is free. You guys can always unsubscribe later. This is my channel. My name is Green Machine Sam, and I'm out. Peace.